It's going to do the little intro.
Yeah. No, it's not. Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Redstone Tire pregame show here on 321 Media as we get set to go for Westerly Bulldogs soccer as they take on the East Greenwich boys soccer team. And it's going to be a tough one for the Bulldogs, facing an 8-2-2 squad with their 4-7-2 record. I am Andrew Fiore alongside our producer and color analyst, Caleb Lupinacci. And Caleb, what are you looking for here for the Bulldogs to snap their streak?
This is going to be a really tough matchup here for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are currently 4-7-2 on the season versus the Greenwich Avengers, the East Greenwich Avengers. They are 8-2-2. So this is going to be a difficult matchup here for them as they desperately need to break this losing streak they're on, and they'll just have to play really smart. I've seen a couple of the games where their passes are they're kind of just all bunched up. Their passes are maybe a little too short. They're taking a little too long. That's going to be things that East Greenwich and all the other schools are going to look to take advantage of, and they're just going to have to move quicker and make smarter passes, honestly, and that'll create some space, and they can go from there.
And the Bulldogs have not won in 6 of their last 7 games, which is not really the best stretch in what is a tough stretch of the schedule. But they have a big opportunity here to make a statement at home. Their last win came against Hope High School on September 26th. So desperately in need of a win are the Bulldogs, and we want to remind you that this is the Redstone Tire pregame show. I want to thank our friends at Redstone Tire, located at 114 Ashaway Rd in Westerly. Call 401-596-5283. Carl, Patty, and their team have been proudly keeping our community on the roads for over 90 years. So that's going to do it for the pregame show. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back as they announce the starting lineups in a moment.
Support a local cause you believe in when you open any new checking account at Washington Trust. Whether it's providing housing, ensuring no one goes hungry, or teaching tomorrow's leaders, we'll donate $25 to a local nonprofit on your behalf and give you $200 after 2 direct deposits. So open the checking account that's good for you and good for your community. Washington Trust. What we value is you. Member FDIC.
I wanted to watch another ad just because I switched tabs.
We're back.
Welcome back here. They're getting set to hear the starting lineups for the East Greenwich Avengers and the Westerly Bulldogs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Westerly High School Salvatore Jerry Field for tonight's boys soccer contest being played between the East Greenwich Avengers and your Westerly Bulldogs. Now the starters for tonight's contest. First, for East Greenwich, who are coached by Pat McGurl. Number 0, Brady Parks. Number 2, Donovan Martin. Number 3, Oliver Slingsby. Number 4, Dimitri Trimmer. Number 5, Jordan Lally. Number 11, Edward Blanco. Number 16, Nathaniel Thompson. Number 17, Zachary LaPierre. Number 21, Adam L. Bisri. Number 23, Beckett Marinelli. And number 27, William Murphy. And now for the Bulldogs, coached by Angelo Luzzi Jr. Number 1, Asa Mayo. Number 2, Blake Gears. Number 3, Owen Fulmer. Number 6, Captain Bobby Moore Datson. Number 7, John Orlando. Number 8, Tyler Falcone. Number 9, Liam Jacobson. Number 11, Nick Cody. Number 15, Caleb Martin. Number 17, Captain Luigi Marchione. And number 23, Adrian Jancarelli. Today's game will be officiated by Joseph Burns and Benjamin Tronia. At this time, I ask everyone to turn their attention to the flag near the scoreboard for the playing of our national anthem. Coming. Today's game, please keep it simple.
Picturesque evening here at Sal Algieri Field. 40-minute first half about to kick off.
Let's go down.
Again, 8-2-2 is the record for the Avengers. 4-7-2 for the Bulldogs. The starter in net is Brady Parks for East Greenwich and Asa Mayo for the Bulldogs. We've seen a lot of great stuff from Mayo so far this season.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Andrew. Mayo has been absolutely stellar. Just coming out, communicating with his team, getting in front of the ball, just making sure little to no shots go in, and he's been a really big part of this Bulldogs defense. He'll have to come through big time against this well-recorded team here with their 8-2 record they have. He'll have to really step up and make sure nothing can really happen if they want to pull off this win, but he has been stellar. So
East Greenwich went almost a month without a win. They lost to Situate 2-4 on September 12th and then had a long stretch, total of 7 games without a loss, 5 wins, 2 ties, before losing to North Providence 1-0 in a thriller. But now they'll try to get back on track, but the Bulldogs will try to snap a losing stretch of their own. And we are off. Taking up the ball now is Oliver Slingsby. Contesting it, taking it up is Edward Bianco, and it's tipped out to the sideline. Bulldogs will get a toss.
Tyler Falcone throwing that one in.
William Jacobson now with a little seam pass is intercepted. Avengers trying to work their way along that far sideline. This is the first game I've been in person for where the sun is already down where we're starting. Orange glow beyond the hill there. Then again, I was out for quite a few weeks with COVID. Good to be back here at Sal Algieri Field.
Good to have you back. You know, there's a reason they put you on the main mic and me on color.
Well, I was hearing you, though. You were doing fantastic on your own there. Keep in mind, folks, Caleb had never done this before this season, so it's really impressive to see what he's got on the mic.
It is good to be back, though, as a team here. Looking forward to calling more games with people, even if I'm just on color.
Cody applying heavy pressure out in the far corner, trying to get it from Dimitri Trimmer. Trimmer gets the ball out of danger. Falcone was trying to chase it down. Ciancarelli fighting for control, but instead it's taken over by the Avengers. Bianco's been doing a lot of the work. He passes it out to midfield where Donovan Martin takes over. It's Adam Elbirzri. Forward ahead to Martin. Long feed across is smacked right out of play. And it tips off the shoe of an Avenger, so it will be a Bulldog ball.
Those crosses that the Avengers here, they're already trying to get going through the Bulldog defense, has definitely been something that the Bulldogs have struggled to stop historically, with those long passes being something that I think they might rely on the offsides to stop, but we'll have to see what they do tonight.
They're trying to set up something. There are a few nifty passes, but too close to the far end, so there'll be an Avengers toss-in as it went out of bounds. Stolen there. Great defensive work there by Jacobson, but it's already launched the other way for the Avengers. Bulldogs will get a toss-in, though, as it rolls out once again.
Good work there in the midfield with Jacobson and Caleb Martin, just having the control of the ball and doing a little give and go. That's what you got to do to move down the field. You want to trust in your midfielders to be able to do that.
Martin was dogged by a defender. It's tapped out of play. Blake Gears on that play.
Another quick tap out. So the Avengers will have the ball closer to the Bulldog goal.
Once again, it's Martin. Great defense there. Looked like it was Jacobson again, and it was. Forcing the ball out. It'll be a toss-in, but still something you want to see from your defenders. John Orlando playing defense now. And it's an effective job at that as be kicked out by Owen Fobert.
Orlando is such a big part of their defense and just their entire defensive scheme. He's just always there fighting to get the ball outside. He's the first person up when they need someone to take the throw in. He's definitely a key part of their defense there. And I actually gave him our Ed French and Sons Player of the Game award in the last game I was able to commentate because of the sheer amount of work he put in there.
Ciancarelli's got an angle, but he's outpaced by Oliver Slingsby, and the goalie Brady Parks was able to get there first. Orlando, someone who's come a long way this season, becoming a pivotal part in this team. Gears now, a freshman, chased it out of play. Now a toss-in coming. The Avengers take their time, pass it all the way out, but it's going to fall into the hands of the Bulldogs first.
Avengers trying to shift the direction of the field and go to the other side to maybe trying to get a cross, this time from their right side, and they want to get the ball in the middle to their strikers.
Okay, well, we got to look at the East Greenwich girls team. We played the Proud Crusaders in probably the best game we've called, at least in my time here, as that one scooped up by Mayo. No problem. It was 2-0 for a while. I believe, no, was it 3-0? And then the Proud came back to tie it. But I actually think East Greenwich was going back and forth with them, actually.
Yes, I know. I think you actually may have been right. I think it was 3-0 in the end of the first half, and then Corbett, I believe, scored the first one to end the half at 3-1, and then she got the hat trick that tied the game.
Oh, no, they had a lead.
3-3.
That's right. They had a lead and they choked it, and then they tied it. That's right.
Yeah.
So it was 1-0 Avengers. Yeah, it was 1-0 Avengers. Then Corbett scored 2 in a span of like a minute, made it 2-1, and then in the very last minute, East Greenwich tied it. Maybe not 2-2, but maybe it was 3-2.
I do remember it was Proud because Corbett here comes an Avengers attempt, but the defense getting in front of it. There goes Mayo.
That's right.
For it.
It was 2 goals by East Greenwich in those final few minutes. That made it 3-2, and then Corbett tied it again in the last possible minute.
Yes, it was.
That's right.
An excellent game.
So 1-0 East Greenwich, 2-1 Prout for a long time till the final few minutes when East Greenwich went back to back, and then Corbett scored the third, and it ended in a tie. But the point being here, in a long-winded way, is that what is an 8-2-2 boys program also has a fantastic girls program. One of the many fierce opponents that our schools here on 3-2-1 face: Westerly, Prout, Charahoe, of course, Stonington as well, even though they're not in the RIIL.
Definitely some tough competition. That's what makes for some very entertaining games here, though.
Absolutely. Some entertaining action there as it's headed away. Ball still in danger, but great head there. Owen Fobert keeping it out of danger. Giancarelli out front. Seam pass.
Westerly putting pressure on it. The Avengers tried to get it back to their defense, and they will, but they will be not given a lot of time as Westerly's here to contest them.
Cody had a lot of space. He was all by himself, but the pass just went too far.
Caleb Martin trying to challenge the ball. He'll fall back as I'm sure he felt that clear to the left side coming. But so far, a bit of a defensive duel as both teams have had to call on their defense to get involved early.
Nice attempt there by Robert Dotson. But it went a bit too far. Dotson was a winner of our Ed French Son Player of the Game at one point here.
Very talented midfielder there.
Absolutely.
Two good teams here facing off at Sal Algieri Field.
Dotson skies it to midfield. Finds a passing partner. Cody behind himself to Caleb Martin. Martin, a nifty back pass. Long strike coming from Dotson is kept in front of Brady Parks on a great jump. And the Avengers survive.
That was exactly what I was talking about earlier, where Westerly needs to be making those smarter passes. Look what that got them. Instead of dealing with the 2-on-1 challenge there, we had Martin do a nice little drag back pass to get to Dotson, who took an excellent shot.
There was Giancarelli, a tough angle as he had a defender in... Not sure who that was. I don't have a number 1 on my roster, and that's what it looked like. Or excuse me, that's number 3. Oliver Slingsby was right in front of Giancarelli, making the angle too tough to score a goal there.
The pass from the Avengers will be picked up by Jacobson. He'll pass back to Dotson, who finds he almost has a nice leading pass to Nicholas Cote, but it'll be stopped for now.
Giancarelli watches it bounce off his foot and out of play. Tyler Falcone tosses it in. Sky to midfield by Donovan Martin.
Westerly defense getting involved there as, I believe, number 17, Marchione, tries to get it back to his team. He'll fall back, contesting this offensive push here. The Avengers break through. The cross goes out to the left, behind the net.
Looked like it went up through the football crossbars.
It's a shame that wasn't 3 points for them. But they will get a corner kick out of that.
So a big Bulldogs football win here on Friday. Dominant performance again by Hugh Siro and Calvin Hill and all those guys throwing stuff as the Bulldogs improved to 3-2 against a tough opponent in Woonsocket.
That kick was blocked and just headed away by Marchione. The center back getting involved, stepping up for his team.
I want to give a shout out. It's my dad's birthday today.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Mr. Fiore.
Turning 67. Legend in these parts, used to own record store Looney Tunes, was the principal at St. Pius, among other schools, including Academy of the Holy Family, where he's at now. That one's kicked away by Marchione. Hitting the point in the season where I know a lot of these names off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's starting to stick with me too. In the few I covered on my own when you were still sick.
That was dangerous. Found its way in as Beckett Marinelli had an angle on it. A bit of a miscue there. Two Bulldogs ran into each other, they didn't actually collide, but they crossed paths enough for the ball to come loose for the Avengers, who I believe will get a corner. I don't have the best. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm a little
obstructed
blocked
from where you are. But yeah, it rolled out after a leading pass was almost stopped by one of the Westerly defenders there.
Donovan Martin in the corner. He skies it, and it's headed away. I want to say that was Orlando. Or no, that looked like it was Owen Fobert. But that one finds the back of the net, a goal for the Avengers.
And that'll do it. That'll put them in the lead, at least for now. As we have about 25 minutes left in this first half.
A lot of action up front, in front of the net. To be honest, I was looking at my roster, but you could see that entire clump of people out in front of the net.
Those corner kicks are definitely a tough thing to deal with for any defense. It seems like the Bulldogs have figured out the spacing and the importance of smart passes when it comes to the offense, but it looks like, at least on defense, they've still been able to, or still unfortunately had some clustering, which may have made that ball slip by. It's very hard in those situations because everyone's back there. Asa Mayo doesn't have much room to wiggle or dive down the side, whatever he has to do to stop those. But it's still anyone's game, super early.
Yes, it was a good attempt to clear by Fobert, getting it out of the goal, but you got to have the guys in the back able to deliver on that. If your guys in the net are able to keep it out, you got to have somebody behind them to get rid of it, keep it far away.
it's just imperative that you have to play on the posts, kind of get in front of it, make yourself an extension of the net, if that makes sense. That's what my coaches always told me when I was playing left back.
Fobert skies it, a nice header to keep it out in front, but this time it's going to go the way of the Avengers. Beckett Marinelli heading it out. Nice footwork there by Donovan Martin. But the ball rolls away from Slingsby. He wasn't in the right place. That'll cost them a possession here. Falcone tosses it in. Skied up. They wait for it to drop, and Falcone misses the header, but it's Fobert who launches it down where it's scooped up by Parks.
Oh, is that number 3?
Oh, Fobert?
Owen Fobert, yes. Okay, I apologize. I sometimes mix up the defensive line there.
You know, these papers are really handy because you can fold them just so. If you fold it about a third of the way in and flip it, you got both teams right in front of you. They hand those out at the door. It's one of the great services provided by Bulldogs Athletics.
Genius.
We love the work that they do, making game days nice and enjoyable and easy for us broadcasters.
I must have mixed up the numbers. I think maybe historically I've mixed up Fobert and Orlando. But
I
yeah,
can see that. They both have thicker black hair, it looks like.
Had the roster pulled up here, but I think I had it set to the page that East Greenwich is on.
I've had to call some games with phone rosters before. It's not fun.
The paper, definitely. I might have to invest in your idea there.
Paper's ideal. Laptop is okay. Phone's just the worst. It's just the worst. As taking it up is Caleb Martin now. Finds Dotson behind him. Fed up to Martin. Martin trying to thread the needle. It's going to trickle in with not enough momentum to get past Parks, who just came out to the right of the net and tossed it ahead.
Still a great idea from Martin, though. He really had his offensive line moving as a unit, and the idea was good, but the pass was just a little off.
Marinelli has a lot of space to work with here. Slingsby. Heavy pressure. Falcone gets a steal there. Great effort by him. That one is punted up in the air. 2 Bulldogs headed away. It was Orlando and Marchione.
They'll get another corner kick, the Avengers, that is.
You're seeing the ball has been dominated. Possession has been dominated by the Avengers. Bulldogs really haven't had a prolonged time in their attacking zone.
You're right, Andrew. They've really just mostly been on defense.
Different strategy on the corner. Line drive out. On the perimeter now, cutting in was Thompson. Nathaniel Thompson passes out back to Jordan Lally.
I always love a good trick corner kick. Maybe they pass it short instead of the traditional bend. Always cool to see what teams can do with that. Westerly, though. Sorry.
A little pickpocket work there for Dotson. Here come the Bulldogs. You really want to see them keep it in the zone for a long time. Charging through gears, but it's picked off. It feels like when you watch Westerly start a possession, you're afraid of it getting stolen instantly. And yet when the Avengers have it, you're worrying about how the Bulldogs are going to manage to even get close.
I want credit. I'm trying to.
I believe the goal scorer earlier was Nathaniel Thompson.
Yeah, but going back to what you were saying, it definitely feels like the dribbling, the ball handling, at least from the Avengers here, has been super precise and sharp. Their dribbling skills are certainly something to note, a storyline of this game so far. It's allowed them to keep the possession, but here's a Westerly free kick. It'll be Owen Faubert.
Goes all the way to the net where it's scooped up by Parks.
Parks rolls it out to the right side.
Faubert with a nice back foot kick, but it rolls out of play. Picking up the tosses, Olivier. I'm realizing it's Olivier. Little either Olivier Slingsby. I don't think I've heard that as a first name.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have either.
Of course, it's Lawrence Olivier, but that's the only instance I've ever heard that. As that's a skied kick by Donovan Martin. Some nice footwork. Ooh, evading defender. Haven't seen a cross-up like that from a Donovan since Donovan Mitchell.
Makes me think of Landon Donovan, my FIFA 12 legend. One of my favorite players. He was a defenseman for the LA Galaxy MLS team.
That's a bit more fitting than the basketball analogy, that's for sure. As that is a line drive pass that's immediately booted back out to midfield. Bulldogs still can't quite get anything going. Maybe this will be the attempt. Nicholas Cody gets overrun again, and the Avengers still maintain it. Wish we could see time of possession stats because it's got to be lopsided here. As that's a beauty of a pass. Jancarelli's got a lane. He's got a shot to take, but it clears the wrong crossbars, going too high above the net. My goodness. Really thought he had the wide open angle there. Best look the Bulldogs have gotten all night.
Definitely want to keep that up. If you're the Bulldogs, those types of plays will get you goals if you just keep going at them. Just a wonderful pass, a great shot, but he just couldn't find the bottom of the crossbar as it goes over.
Owen's popped up, chased by Gears. Another opening for the Bulldogs quickly closes. Their defenders have been on the Bulldogs. Again, you can only hold the ball for like 2 seconds before you're swarmed.
That's what a good defensive line does for you. They are quick too. They will not even just physically fast, but they will just get rid of the ball and it'll be down to the other side of the field as it is right here.
Beckett Marinelli has the ball on the far sideline, cuts inside. A little trickle pass is taken over by Jancarelli. And clear by Faubert.
Ball almost challenged by Cote, but the last defender finds someone to get the ball back down to.
Marinelli behind himself goes to Slingsby. Now Marinelli. Far outside to El Beasley. Santizo as it's swatted away.
There's some pressure from Westerly on offense. They're not letting the defense just kick it away, at least not as fast, which is the momentum swing they might need to start more offensive shots. Here's a dangerous shot that was almost taken by Martinelli, is kicked out. Faubert stepping in front of it, getting it out.
Faubert and Falcone on that one. Both of them have had a number of good stops. But another corner coming. want to say it's Slingsby over there.
Oh, that's actually
It's a toss.
very close to the corner throw. I thought it was a corner as well.
Slingsby throws it in. A little header attempt is kicked up by Fobert, headed by another Bulldog.
What a read by Mayo. Oh my goodness. He saw that shot coming and he slid down before it was taken to bounce it off the back, or just his back in general. That's just that stellar goaltending we were talking about. He's in danger there. There was a lot of heads there, but he got in front of it, and it'll be another Avengers corner.
Headed away by Marchioni. Nice little move to evade his defender. Orlando's still staying on him. It's headed right back and out of play. Martin was swarmed by Orlando there. East Greenwich gets another toss. Martin stolen, and Jacobson couldn't quite get the clear kick there. It was just a little trickler over to Trimmer. Fires it up ahead of himself. Marchioni launches it away just in the nick of time. But right back inside to Martin. Martin backs up, looking for the shot. It's swatted away by Marchioni again. But another shot coming. A rocket goes wide left. Man, East Greenwich is so close to that insurance goal, and we want to remind you that this game is, in fact, brought to you by Lathrop Insurance, serving your commercial and personal insurance needs. Lathrop Insurance, such a vital part of this community since 1939. Lathrop Insurance always answers the call, 401-596-2525.
There we go. That's what all of our 321 media viewers missed. The flawless.
Oh, an interception here and a breakaway, sliding over, taking the shot, but missing wide was Cameron Foley, the sophomore. Hate to interrupt you, Caleb, but that looked like it was going to be the insurance goal for sure.
Yeah, no, it's all right. That's what I was saying. We want to just commemorate you for those smooth reads. That was almost a smooth read from the Avengers there, as that shot was just tipped off to the left.
Ciccarelli
to
Falcone.
He placed himself in front of it, protecting the ball.
Long pass there by Jacobson. Martin. Giving a little shove there. The ball rolls out. You know, it's funny. I'm realizing I was just here on Friday on air for the football game. Forgot about that. But this is my return to soccer, which has a different feel here at Salagiri Field.
Deep throw from the left corner for the Avengers. They're trying to get down the line. They'll roll out. And this time it'll be a Westerly throw. Bulldogs trying to capitalize, trying to tie this game up. There's 10 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock here.
And there's an injury, and we'll take...
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Whether it's across town or just across the hall, no job is too big or too small for Easy Does It Moving and More. Sean and his team put people first, making your move safe, smooth, and stress-free from start to finish. For a move made simple, go with the name that says it all. Easy Does It Moving and More. Call us today at 401-545-6078 or go to easydoesitmoving.com.
He put the nets up, so please. His fault, wouldn't it?
Wow. Welcome back here. Falcone, high shot into the arms. Brady Parks. That might be the second shot on goal of the game for the Bulldogs. Ball finds its way to midfield as we approach the 10-minute mark. Bulldogs will get a free kick.
Gotta get those shots off and just more on the goal if you're Westerly here. You really want to utilize this free kick and get something going.
It's a soaring drive. The header's in the right direction, but too high and too far to the right. And once again, the Avengers take over.
Really? You were lucky. I just spent $1,000 on my truck. Everything. Yeah. So whatever I made, just dedicate my truck.
Be a Avengers goal kick, but they'll opt to pass short, trying to draw the Westerly attackers up.
Those
Forwards, I should
Slingsby
say.
on that play, doing a little juggling is Santizo, but he is overrun. Great play by Marcioni. Beauty of a pass to Martin is kicked away. Filbert on his man, and he pressures Bianco to lose the ball.
The Avengers get a throw in a favorable position for them, but it'll be stopped. Balcone kicks it away, but it is recovered.
Great footwork there by Marinelli. Headed out. Right back into play. Here comes Donovan Martin. The pass, the shot is gloved by Mayo, stopping Edward Bianco in his tracks.
That was a nice read by Mayo there, too. He saw the shot coming and he jumped up. Just perfectly handled. Out of harm's way for the Bulldogs.
There's a chill in the air, folks, and as the weather gets colder, rely on coastline window treatments for all of your home cooling needs.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew.
You can keep the house your perfect temperature inside all year long with honeycomb shades and more. Call today at 401-345-6532. That's Coastline Window Treatments, as that one is kicked away. Another thing you could do to beat the cold is call up Evering Electric, a family-owned and operated electrical contracting company based in Pawcatuck, Connecticut. They take pride in working on large and small residential and commercial projects. Let Evering Electric help you tackle your project. Call 860-495-5169.
Couple of quick substitutions for Westerly. Oh, yeah, I'll take it. The Avengers get the ball back.
Kicked out by Donovan Martin. Finds Marinelli. And Martin's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting here for this Avengers squad.
Here it is, Andrew, a display of the time of possession between the teams. Feels like the Avengers are able to just dribble more and even make maybe some more passes.
That's a high pass, but Marcioni's able to kick it away to safety. Clock winds down, and we want to remind you we will have our Dime Bank halftime show after some words from our sponsors. The whistle was blown. Bulldogs will get a throw-in. Looks like that's Thaddeus Santoro, a name we haven't really heard much of. The freshman heads it in. He's going to get another toss. Trimmer charges ahead. He had two Bulldogs behind him, one in front. Finds Marinelli. Back out to Trimmer. Trimmer far side, trying to work his way in. The cross is no good, and it's kicked away. Great defense there by Marcioni and the Bulldogs.
Some good footwork there by Trimmer.
Gencarelli fighting there with Marinelli. Trimmer gets it back. Fires ahead, but again, Marcioni takes over. Kicks it right to the Avengers. Again, they kick it right back to the Avengers each time. East Greenwich is unrelenting in their ball control as that one finds its way out of bounds. High pop. The setup was close, but no cigar for East Greenwich. Now wide open, all by himself is Marinelli, but the pass goes too far and rolls out behind the net. Bulldogs really need a sustained effort at one point here. It's not sustainable to win a game when you're only having the ball in your defensive zone.
Yeah, they got to get those offensive chances going. They really need to pick up the pace if they're going to want to keep up with the just absolutely dominant so far Avengers here.
Nice takeaway there for the Bulldogs, but the speed from these guys like Slingsby is just too much.
It is very impressive watching them charge to the ball in a flash, and I thought Flash was DC when they have them on the Avengers.
That was a bit too much for Marcioni there as the whistle blows. You saw him knocking Sebastian Santizo to the ground. And a free kick coming for East Greenwich. High kick. Had the right height, but just a bit to the left.
Scarily on target, indirect kick. Luckily for the Bulldogs, it went out to the left, but you see that these guys are fast and they have the power. You can't let them get in range, and when they do get those free kick opportunities, you just got to be aware, which they did that time.
Stolen by the Avengers. It's Martin. Thompson gives it up. And it's out again. We've hit that 2-minute mark, folks. And again, the Dime Bank halftime report will be with you after Caleb and I take a much-needed break. East Greenwich steals it. Long kick. Out to Marcioni. Marcioni's been a wall back there.
Marcioni is definitely their wall, their center back who just gets in front of things and has great control with the headers.
An angle across, but it's headed away by Falcone. Clutch defense once again, keeping this a 1-0 game. Corner kick coming. Donovan Martin. His kick is a line drive right to the waiting attacker in Bianco. But luckily, two Bulldog defenders were there fast enough. Oh my gosh, Bianco had a lane.
I saw that. Gencarelli stepping in front of it, turning around to bounce it off the back of his heel.
If he was a second slower, this game is 2-0 because that Bianco needed a second to gather himself. That shot was wide. I believe that was Trimmer.
Westerly goal kick. We'll see what they got before the rest of these final seconds of this first half.
Avengers, once again with control. Marinelli racing with Falcone. Fakes him out by stopping in his tracks, setting up yet another attack. It was overrun. Cody had it for a second. Here come the Bulldogs now. 1v4 though. Takes his time. Hands it over to Caleb Martin. Martin. A little trickler goes nowhere. Scooped up by Parks. He had 3 defenders to try to get that ball through, and it didn't quite work out. And that's going to do it, folks, for the first half of action. It looks like the score heading into halftime, it's the Avengers 1 and the Bulldogs.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners. And this weekend, the new iPhone is here and we have them all in stock. Come get the brand new orange iPhone 17 Pro or the brand new razor thin iPhone Air. The best part is trading your old iPhone and get up to $1,100 off. I mean, you get the brand new iPhone for free. But this weekend, you can get the brand new iPad and Series 11 Apple Watch for free. It's all happening down here at the Wireless Zone at 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners. Don't delay, stop in today.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
Waffle Pop Sweet Shop, flavor so fine, golden crisp waffles, fresh every time, smiles that greet you, service with pride, come for the treat, stay for the vibe. Waffle Pop Sweet Shop, flavor so fine, golden crisp waffles, fresh every time, smiles that greet you, service with pride, come for the treat, stay for the vibe. Waffle Pop Sweet Shop, life's just sweeter here. Waffle Pop Sweet Shop, life's just sweeter here. Waffle Pop Sweet Shop, life's just sweeter here. Waffle Pop Sweet Shop, life's just sweeter here.
Hi, I'm Neil Anthus, owner of Sound Financial Partners. We're a full-service financial planning practice dedicated to optimizing your investment, tax, and cash flow strategies. As
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop into Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Whether it's across town or just across the hall, no job is too big or too small for Easy Does It Moving and More. Sean and his team put people first, making your move safe, smooth, and stress-free from start to finish. For a move made simple, go with the name that says it all. Easy Does It Moving and More. Call us today at 401-545-6078 or go to easydoesitmoving.com.
Support a local cause you believe in when you open any new checking account at Washington Trust. Whether it's providing housing, ensuring no one goes hungry, or teaching tomorrow's leaders, we'll donate $25 to a local nonprofit on your behalf and give you $200 after 2 direct deposits. So open the checking account that's good for you and good for your community. Washington Trust. What we value is you. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Dunn's Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
I am Jim Howe. My practice is focused on representing people injured in car accidents, representing people injured in premises liability, represent people in all walks of life. I say all the time that I represent the underdog, and by the underdog I mean the person who is injured and is facing lawyers that are hired by insurance companies. If you unfortunately find yourself injured in an automobile collision or in any other circumstance where insurance may come into play, think of giving me a call.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
Hi, I'm AJ Trott.
And I'm Jeff Swiderski with AnnieMac Home Mortgage's Momentum Group, your trusted partner in the home buying process.
At AndyMac, we can strengthen your offer with our innovative program, Cash to Keys, giving you a competitive edge by allowing you to make a cash offer on your new home.
Together, we've helped over 1,000 families move into their dream homes, and we'd love to do the same for you.
Give us a call today at 401-486-0853 to get started.
Wood River Health is my home for health.
Wood River Health is a one-stop shop for primary medical care, dental care, behavioral health, and social services. We care for the members of our community because they are our community. I'm Allison Crow, President and CEO of Wood River Health. Since 1976, our health center has provided high-quality, affordable health care to residents of Rhode Island and southeastern Connecticut. We are your neighborhood health center. Let us be your home for health.
It's like that in New York, too.
I'm out of ads. Do you want to come on now? Let me just add you back. Okay.
Welcome to the Dime Bank halftime show, located conveniently in the heart of Westerly. I believe I'm going to go off the top here. 111 Granite.
Let me
check the read here. I'm going no read on this. 111 Granite. They care about our community, located in the heart of Westerly. Dime Bank for all your banking needs. 131 Franklin Street. I was really close.
Yes, you were. That was impressive right there.
Visit Dime Bank. Community Banking lives here. 131 Franklin Street for our halftime show, and it feels like it's been all East Greenwich, but the scoreboard has 2 zeros up there, Caleb.
Yeah, it really has. I mean,
or 1-0 at least. 1-0.
It has been what feels like a Avenger-dominated game, at least possession-wise. But Westerly has been, rallying on defense and has only allowed 1. Whether that's because of the powerful clearings of Marchione or Mayo's excellent saves, I guess we'll have to see in the second half. But yeah, they just really have to turn it up on offense, and they're still in this game. I still think it's anyone's game, because the Avengers, they haven't scored any insurance schools. But Westerly could easily answer right now. Even just to tie the game, it's only 1 goal. That's beyond doable with 40 minutes left. So, definitely an exciting second half here.
East Greenwich getting ready. Try to close this out. Again, they are 8-2-2, coming off of a loss against North Providence. Before that, they had a streak of 7 straight games without a loss, with 5 wins and 2 ties. The Bulldogs have a 4-game losing streak. Their last win came here, 3-1 against Hope High School on the 26th of September. So the Bulldogs really desperately looking for a win here, but they need to win the time of possession battle. Is there anything else, Caleb, that you think the Bulldogs need to do differently?
Well, I think just in general, not on offense, you have to be making those leading passes they're trying to take. You have to put them more at the feet of the Bulldogs, because the leading passes are being stolen because of how fast the defensive line for the Avengers are. So if I'm Westerly, I'd try and make less of leading passes there. It's still a good idea that you want to have on offense, but when you're facing a defensive line that's as fast as they are, you might want to just try and work together and have a little give-and-go short pass kind of motion. But we'll see what happens here. We also want to give just a quick shout-out to all of our sponsors. Thank you so much for helping us out here at 321 Media. Wouldn't be able to do what we do without them.
One of the more iconic ones, the Bob Valeni family of dealerships. If you're a parent of one of these athletes, realize that, oh my goodness, the soccer ball came a row below us. Wow. Oh, you're not going to be able to see how close that was to us on camera, folks, but it was just below our window. But the Bob Valeni family of dealerships, if a soccer ball hits your windshield and you need to get a new car, your car gets totaled by a flying soccer ball, head to Bob Valeni, family of dealerships. That's where I got my car. And Bob Valeni, staple of this community. Looking for the best deal on a great new or used car? Visit bobvaleni.com or visit any one of their locally trusted dealerships in the area.
That was a close one. We almost needed some repairs from the coastline window treatments.
Yeah. They could have helped us out. Toss coming. It's headed out to midfield.
See, Westerly, if you're the Bulldogs, you don't want that center back to be able to dribble up. There's a good challenge, but it's going to be called. And it will be a Avenger ball. But you just don't want to have them be able to have that much room in their backfield. They will just move it up to the midfield, and the next thing they know, they're at your goal. Especially with kicks like that. What a cross to the other side of the field.
Beasley trying to work his way through a swarm of defenders. Kicks it out to Martin, who's overrun by a great defensive play by Liam Jacobson. Keeping the ball are the Bulldogs. Jacobson across there to cut his way through was Dotson. I think they're going to get a free kick here.
Yes, they will. That'll be... I wonder if that's enough on target for it to be direct. Yep, you see them forming the wall down there. That will tell you. So it'll be Dotson with a nice direct kick. About the 25-yard line.
Oh, he hit the crossbar of the football goalpost. Wrong sport, but if you want your football fix, who better to listen to than Ken Collins and the gang on Sports Open Mic? Brought to you by Toscano's Men's Shop, Pat's Auto Center, Woodmansee Insurance, and Hilltop Cafe. Ken, Bill, Lou, Dan, and the gang all talking about the freshest sports takes on Saturday mornings, 8 to 10, here on 321 Media. And those guys have been doing it forever. You know how long Ken has been in this game, Caleb?
How long has that been?
He had a talk show with the legendary Chris Berman of ESPN, who got his start right here in Westerly. The two of them had a sports show, so Ken, a legend of this industry, as that one's skied away by Mayo and a pair of defenders. Man, that was close.
Faubert stepped in front of that and kicked it back. Mayo was ready, though, as he usually is.
He knows at some point you gotta right man up. You should know.
Yeah, Andrew, I think I listened to this one podcast. I think it's called Fiore Calls Game. They're pretty cool, too.
Fiore Calls Game, of course, my own show where we talk sports on Fridays, but have guests on Wednesdays. As there's a little trickler over to Cody. But it's overrun by East Greenwich for the moment. Back outside, Falcone gives it up. And yeah, getting back to my show, we had a great discussion with Nick Coit, formerly of ABC6 Sports. You gotta listen to that. You know, Nick actually snuck out of the media line in Super Bowl 51. Has made his way up to the stands. Fascinating story. If you want to hear what happened to Nick Coit at Super Bowl 51, look up my interview of him. He also talked about celebrities he's encountered at the games, his coverage of multiple New England championships, and more. Nick Coit, a legend. That's up on YouTube, Fiore Calls Game. And next week, we've got a fantastic guest for you, as that one goes right back to the hands of the Avengers. If you were a fan of baseball in the 2000s and 2010s, you'll get a kick out of this. You know there's the Hall of Fame, of course, but what about those players who were great, you know their name, but they were not great. They weren't all-time greats. Not good enough to get into the Hall of Fame, but you know their names. Players like Adam Jones or Prince Fielder or Dustin Pedroia. If you like guys like that, you should check out the Hall of Pretty Good on Instagram. Every voters vote on players that didn't win any MVPs or Cy Youngs, but still had big impacts and were, pretty good. I'm going to be interviewing Bryce Whitlow, the founder of that page, one of the most popular pages, 160,000 viewers. Multiple MLB players have actually done acceptance speeches for the getting in, like Adam Jones today was inducted. Eric Hosmer recorded a whole video. MLB Network has talked about it, and all of this has grown in the last few months. So it's going to be a great interview with one of the more popular sports pages online. And if you don't follow them or don't have Instagram, you're going to have heard of this because I think it's been blowing up. Again, they talk about it on MLB Network sometimes. So this is going to be a big part of the baseball landscape for honoring those players who were pretty good. So tune into that Wednesday at 1. We're going to record it on Tuesday. And then we have our NFL picks show and MLB postseason reaction show tomorrow at 1. Sorry to give the most long-winded read to my own show, but that's my baby, and we've had a lot of great guests, so I had to put people on to the Hall of Good. And Nick Coit, of course. He knows a thing or two about covering high school sports like this.
In the meantime, it looks like a little bit of a back-and-forth scuffle between both Westerly and East Greenwich. Definitely some defensive pep talks were held at halftime. Both teams really stepping it up. And it even feels like Westerly maybe has had some more time on the other side of the field trying to take more shots.
East Greenwich on the run. I wonder if somebody's offsides there, but apparently not. I'm not sure where the marker is that, Caleb, where you determine offsides, or even if they have it at high school boys soccer.
So they do, but soccer offsides is interesting because it's not a rigid line, it's where the defense is. So the reason you see all these offsides calls are when the leading passes go, if it rolls by the last defender and it's like far enough to where they can't contest it, in order to prevent like football type plays where they just kind of air it out and pass the ball down.
Well, that one's just hit out of play. The rebound shot is stuffed and scooped by Mayo. I'm trying to get a look at who that defender was. I think it was Fobert. Oh my goodness, Fobert saving this game for the Bulldogs. Him and Mayo, man.
I was going to say that Fobert and Mayo connection has been really shining for the Bulldogs in the second half. But yeah, basically what I was saying is it depends on where the defenders are. So if they're playing up, they have a lot less of the field to use because they can create some offsides calls should the referee feel it's not quite there. So it's a little different than some of these other sports.
Yeah, I'm used to hockey. Of course, the Bruins have their home opener today. But that hockey offsides rule, which confuses many, is more familiar to me. Great time of sports, man. You got high school soccer right here. Thursday night football, Eagles and Giants. MLB postseason, the Dodgers and Phillies are battling right now. And the Bruins play tonight, too.
WNBA championship.
That's right. Asia Wilson with the buzzer beater.
She had like 35 points.
Absurd.
Putting up most of her team's score.
And preseason basketball just got underway, so soon it'll be a sports equinox in late October.
That's always an exciting day. I
love it.
I saw yesterday or the day before, there's 49 straight days of football.
That's true.
College football and the NFL.
That's been fantastic this year.
It really has.
My Oregon Ducks are looking great.
So are our Patriots.
That Drake May win was unbelievable.
I think he had a couple of training sessions with Tom Brady there.
Maybe Landon Husero. Spent a little time with him there as that one is skied back. And I know that RIFC is still playing. They're wrapping up their schedule. I was meaning to get out to one of those games at Centerville Bank Stadium. And here's a thought, and I'm just talking off the dome here, and maybe they already have this set up, but what if they were to play the RIIL championships at Centerville Bank Stadium? Wouldn't that be something?
That would be electric.
Maybe they already do. I don't know, because it's so new. Maybe they already have that set up, but they started playing the Governor's Cup there, which unfortunately URI lost. But so maybe have some high school soccer. Let these guys and girls get to play on that field, like how they have the basketball champions at the AMP up in Providence. How awesome would it be for guys, like how do you think Asa Mayo would feel playing on the river like that? It would be amazing, I think.
That would be electric. I bet playing under the bright lights like that would be something maybe even like once in a lifetime.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen firsthand what it means to those kids up at the AMP. Centerville big stadium, going to be a new institution here in Rhode Island. Home of Rhodey football, too, for 2026. Will they repair Meade Stadium?
That'll be a East Greenwich kick. A little bit of an indirect one there on the far right side. We'll see if they can squeeze maybe another goal at just about 27 minutes left. I guess it is more of a direct. There's a little bit of a wall. The kick goes over. Headed and settled by Marchione.
Man, that if that had a little bit more hang, that could have been a lot of trouble for the Bulldogs.
That was such an excellently placed shot, but Marchione stepping up and getting in front of it. He's been another key part of that defense. I think a lot of those high shots that weren't settled, had he not headed them, may have been dangerous for the Bulldogs.
Another great look at a kick here. Jumping for the header was El Bizri. He wasn't quite close enough. It's either a corner or a long toss. I think it's going to be a toss-in for the Bulldogs. Yep, it is. It's Orlando throwing it up. El Bizri couldn't get a look on it, but one of the Avengers skies it. William Murphy got it back up there for East Greenwich. Murphy's going to chase this one down. Still a lot of time left in this one. 25-25 on the scoreboard. One goal game. Anything can happen. The Bulldogs need to start putting that offensive pressure, and they really have done so the last few minutes more than in the first half.
Yeah, they've definitely been on the other side, making the Avengers here a little nervous, I'd say. So this game is still anyone's. More than enough time. It's only a one-goal game.
Murphy heads it down. Avengers on the run. Retreating for a moment. Lally.
It is good to see that Westerly's putting some pressure on those center backs. There's a big clear. But it gives them a lot less time to think about what to do. It's almost as if, like, they heard me.
Yeah, it seems that way. Algier in front of Dotson.
Good look by Dotson.
Running along is Blake Gears, who falls out.
He will get himself a free kick. Or I guess his team, as they'll have Dotson. Yes, Dotson will take it. He looks to his left. He gets the ball to his team.
Oh!
Charging through it. Was that Gincarelli?
It was.
What a play, but the keeper is there to scoop that up.
It was about to be cleared. Great play by Gincarelli.
That's that offense you want if you're the Bulldogs in this situation. Nice little tap from Marchione. Goes to Gears. Gears has it. Oh, it'll be marked offsides. Just narrowly. You see how kind of the pass landed like just behind the defender there?
I see that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little...
It's making sense.
It's a little different because it's up to the referee's discretion. So some referees will give you a lot more room than others. I've seen games, that used to be a big part of my strategy when I played. We would play up with our offense to prevent as many long passes. Granted, it doesn't work every time, but it's definitely a valid strategy. So it's a unique part of soccer.
Daniel Thompson, far sideline. The cross and a beauty of a rebound isn't hit hard enough. Edward Bianco was right there, but he was mid-air when the pass came down and therefore couldn't really make a full-force kick. If he had made a full-force kick, there would have been some danger there. And the Bulldogs are going to charge ahead.
Mayo's just doing an absolutely stellar job, and I've said that 15 times now, but it's true. And if I'm him, I'm really hoping my offense can give me that support. Reassure me that my team can take the lead if I do my part.
In the backfield now, William Murphy.
Looks like he'll come back. Orlando taking the throw. Oh, it's back to the other side of the field. Westerly in trouble. The ball will be shielded out by Faubert. Good work by him as he'll earn his team a goal kick to get the ball out.
Recovered by Falcone and immediately back out of play. Line drive pass, knocked out by the freshman Gears. Charging inside is Albizri. Ball is skied to midfield, popped up. Ball overruns Jacobson. The Avengers get it right back. Gears taken over by Albizri. Bulldogs need something soon here as the clock is under 20 minutes. Still plenty of time, but you need to start controlling this time of possession as we've been talking about all night. Albizri, though, takes it on the attack. Nice play there by Faubert. Pass intended by Martin to Gears. Went a bit wide. Martin Martin to Slingsby. Oh, big chance here. Avengers are stuffed by Mayo. Zachary LaPierre, a senior for the Avengers.
Marchioni literally just getting in front of him, not able to get through, and Mayo's able to recover.
17 on 17 there. Bulldogs take over. Martin immediately gives it up to Slingsby, but here come the Bulldogs on the rush. Pumping the brakes. Martin. A line drive shot by Gincarelli is scooped up by Parks, who still has his shutout going.
That was a nice little drive Westerly just had there. The short pass will shot, and that's the type of stuff you want to keep doing. You just want to keep taking those shots, and eventually one of them should go in.
Good years. Gives it up. It's Martin. Orlando's toss. Headed back and forth.
Couple of series of throw-ins. The Avengers will get it back. They're trying to get their insurance goal.
Lally looking for a target. He has Albizi. Albizi back to Lally. And it's headed right back out of play by Anthony Rataco. Dimitri Trimmer.
The shot was blocked.
Off the back of Jacobson.
High bouncing ball is scooped up by Mayo. Good job.
Do teams adjust the way they play in the final 15 minutes, or do they keep rocking with what they've got?
It's harder because you can't, obviously the coach doesn't have everybody in one place, so it's a little bit harder to adjust, but you'll definitely hear a lot of type of improvements that you might be able to make from your coach. And usually it'll be things that you practice, so you know what the coach is talking about, whether that requires like a player who normally plays back playing up or vice versa, something like that. Definitely some audibles being called. But it seems like the Avengers have found a way to kind of keep the Bulldogs' new offense in place. There's a nice cross from Dotson, but
Gingarelli had it for a moment, but was trapped.
He almost recovered that, Gingarelli. There's Dotson again, fighting for it in the midfield.
Dotson
to his right side.
To Jacobson.
Westerly gets a free kick. About 14 minutes left.
Free kick is up. Dotson shot headed, and it's skied up immediately by Nathaniel Thompson. Tipped off the foot of Orlando. Bulldogs take over again. They've got to sustain this.
They really need to take advantage of these breakaways and try and stop the center backs from being able to just pass it back down. Here's a potential cross coming.
The cross is up. It was a bit too high for a header. Nice defense once again by the Bulldogs in front of the net. I believe that was Gengarelli, perhaps? Tough to see the number. It was Gengarelli. That prevented the header.
I'll give a quick shout out to our cameraman, boots on the ground, Reed Hurley.
Oh, of course. He's
brave enough.
So sorry I haven't mentioned him already. He's been doing a great job. Oh, the ref is in the way there. It rolls out of bounds. Man, that was...
that was a...
I thought he was going to start dribbling.
But Reed, thanks, big shout out to him because this is one of the first cooler nights.
Yeah.
He's out there on the roof.
He does a great job with us, and on a night like tonight especially.
He's been able to get each angle of this gritty second half we've been seeing.
A war of attrition in the midfield.
Some pressure 2-on-1, but the defense manages to get away and pass back to the midfield. East Greenwich now in position for a shot, but he crosses into the middle.
Taken over on a great play by Faubert.
Faubert, I apologize. What a nice play, though. You are right. That time the ball went towards the right, and it could have been another crossable ball, but Westerly gets out of that jam. Looks like it'll be a goal kick for them. 10 minutes and 30 seconds on this clock.
Again, Westerly's record 4-7-2, trying to make it 5-7-2 and break the 4-game losing streak, coming off of a 7-0 loss to North Smithfield High School 2 days ago.
Marchione wants to pass, but it'll be picked off. He'll recover his own pass and pass it back down to Dotson, who gets it back, but...
Gears whiffing. Man, the freshman there knew he couldn't connect on that one.
Here come the Avengers. Cross into the middle, headed forward, goes out to the left. Mayo shielding it. Some great heads-up goalkeeping.
Another big attempt there. I think it was Donovan Martin. Nice effort there from Orlando on defense. Always giving it his all.
Really has that hustle you need as a defensive player in soccer. So you're the last line between the offense and the goalie. Cross up to the right side. It's tapped by Faubert. He'll turn it around, but the Avengers will recover it. Cross from the right is stopped temporarily, and it'll be out on Westerly as that block from one of the Bulldogs. I think that was very impressive play, though.
I actually think that hit Donovan Martin. Oh, never mind. I was confused what was going on there.
It was like a gaggle of Bulldogs or whatever.
Yeah, and then Donovan Martin there is the one who almost grabbed his head in despair.
Last minute corner kick for the Avengers.
Great stop by Liam Jacobson there.
Another shot on goal will be headed down by Marchione, but
Mayo with the save of the game. A big whiff on defense there. It might have been Fobert. One of them whiffed on it. I think maybe Orlando actually. Giving a one-on-one Albrisi directly in front of the net. Orlando getting right in the way and blocking it.
What a play.
Mayo locking down Albrisi. Keeping this a one-goal game. Stellar stuff from the Westerly keeper.
Very Scott Sterling-esque save there. Although this time, there's no denying that that was intentional.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Dotson. High kick. Headed in by Stevenson. Dotson trying to get there again. Dotson looking for some space. Pops it up and out of play.
The curve that shot had, I thought that would be way out further to the left, but it bent in just the right direction it needed to go, but keeper getting to it, letting it roll out. Great efforts there by Dotson.
I think he felt forced to take that shot. There were two guys right in his way. He had to wait for a split second when there was enough space between them, and there just wasn't enough space.
Yeah, the fact that he was under that much pressure and it was still an accurate shot. Oh my gosh, look at him go. He was hustling through, and that ball will be kicked out, or actually, the ref will blow his whistle, so Westerly gets another free kick. Is Dotson going to take it again? Yes, he will. 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Westerly with a chance to tie it. Nice flow to the left side. Can the Bulldogs get it back? Not a corner. I don't know why. Why I almost said that was a corner. We are nowhere near the corner. It'll be a quick throw for the Avengers.
Bulldogs. Pass to midfield. Orlando's there. Gears. Trying to find Stevenson. And a free kick coming. East Greenwich. Coach Angelo Ruluzzi and the Bulldogs running out of time here. Trying to clear a stray ball out of there. That's what the holdup is. With 4:28 to go. Clock running again now. Oh no, another opening there from Albrisi, but takes a Bulldog bounce. Not out of danger yet, Falcone. And the strike is off the crossbar. That was a long distance strike. Bulldogs didn't do enough to stop it there, but they lucked out in terms of it hitting the crossbar. Here comes Gears.
And Orlando got it down.
Man, I mean, I saw somebody just hesitate and let him take the shot. As there's an injury.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Yeah, but
So
like
game 4.
No, I'm saying like that. I think they go on to win.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
We'll be back on in 5 or 3, 2.
Welcome back, folks. Andrew Fiore and Caleb Lupinacci with you here. It's a 1-0 game, and things just got very interesting. Now, Adam El-Bizri is okay, and he's walking off the field, but one of the Avengers just got red carded.
Come on, you guys got 3.5 other man.
Might have been Cameron Foley. But a red card against East Greenwich. The coach came and argued against it. Again, not quite sure who the player was. It was Cameron Foley. We just got confirmation, the sophomore, getting a red card. You have to wonder, did he say something? Not quite sure. We get a fascinating development here.
See if we can get anything from our cameraman. He might have a better view.
Looks like there's going to be a free kick coming for East Greenwich. Is this standard?
After a foul like that?
Against East Greenwich. I mean, the injury to
East Greenwich. Reed, our cameraman, is saying it looks like they gave the card to the player who got injured and was able to recover. So maybe they're saying that he went down right before he fouled someone, a Bulldog. But we are unsure, as it looks like they're still trying to resolve what's going on. A couple of players on the Avengers talking to the ref right now. Unusual situation. Not one you see every day.
I mean, the question begs, why would they be taking the shot then? Well, either way, they do. They kick it back.
That was actually a drop ball, which is extremely uncommon for soccer. And then it was live.
Fascinating. Well, Nathaniel Thompson takes it either way, and it rolls out of play. We are back underway here. 3:19 on the clock. I want to remind you that we have our post-game show coming on after this. Coastal Graphics post-game show, where we will award the Ed French Son Player of the game. Still up for grabs in these final minutes. East Greenwich trying to prevent any heroics from the Bulldogs here in the last 2.5 minutes.
commanding his team to move down, as it's do or die time in these final 2 minutes.
It's popped out of play. Bulldogs take over. Players march to cover this. It's actually an East Greenwich toss. Another whistle blows.
Another uncommon drop ball.
Long feed finds its way to Jacobson. No one was home to retrieve the pass. It slips by Orlando into midfield. Orlando. Orlando long toss with time winding down. It goes back over its head. Taken over and stolen now. LaPierre over to Martin. Martin on the far left side. It's poked out off the foot of Dotson. Need some urgency here. Lally.
What a throw from the Avenger. Could potentially be a cross. It will, but it won't have anyone to take that, and Mayo will punt.
At the very least, it killed more clock, which they're about to do now. Trying to keep it in bounds was Nathaniel Thompson. Bulldogs scrambling, looking for a goal. Pass it out in front. It whops over the head. Orlando again can't get there. And that's the final whistle. The East Greenwich Avengers hang on. One goal is enough for them as a shutout by Brady Parks gives them the 1-0 win and improves their record to 9-2-2. As we introduce the Coastline Graphics post-game show. Again, our friends at Coastline Graphics designing t-shirts and signs and all sorts, or Coastal Graphics designing shirts, signs, anything you need. They've got the ability to print it. And man, Caleb, things just weren't going the way of the Bulldogs offensively as they couldn't keep possession long enough to score.
Heartbreaking loss for the Bulldogs as they really were fired up coming out of that second half, or coming into the second half, and they kept trying, they kept going down, but ultimately I think the Avengers adapted to their new plan and they weren't able to finish up that off. They weren't able to get a game-tying goal, so they will fall, but we got to give the East Greenwich Avengers credit because they played excellently. Their passes were sharp, they were fast, they were aggressive. They just had all the qualities you need to be a winning team in soccer. So ultimately, this was a great game. Mayo was stellar.
What positives can the Bulldogs take away from this?
Positives is that Mayo continues to shine. You just have an absolutely star-studded goalkeeper there making the plays. It's like he can see the future sometimes. I saw some things that obviously he saw way before me, so he was able to predict some of those shots. This could have been a 6-0 game, but because of his awareness and just overall talent, it only ended up being 1-0. So that's something to take away. The defense has looked good. It's just that offense. You just have to have that spark, that spark that you need to finish up in the big moments like that. So,
I mean, that pretty much gives away our Ed French Son Player of the game. It goes to the sophomore Asa Mayo. Tremendous performance by him, only allowing 1 goal, and some tremendous saves like that one where it was El Bizri one-on-one with him. So big kudos to Asa Mayo, but it wasn't enough as the Bulldogs fall again by a score of 1-0. That's going to do it for us here on 321 Media. Thank you to Reed Hurley on the top of our press box here, doing a great job on camera. Reed's been doing fantastic in his time here this fall. And, of course, our newest member, Caleb Upanacci, on color commentary and producing. You're doing it all tonight, Caleb. That's going to do it for me. I'm Andrew Fiore. You can hear me tomorrow at 1 on Fiore Calls Game.